Good evening, and I welcome you, students. We have started with a very, very important topic of work and energy. There are three important things which will be studied in this chapter: work, energy, and power. And we are already familiar what we mean by work in physics, work in science. If you have an object, if a force is applied and displacement takes place, then you can say there is a work done. So we have given you work done by a constant force last time. Just a revision and a recap. Work done by a constant force. If this is the object, as you can see, students, if this is the object here, what you are doing, you are applying a force and it has moved through a displacement S. Then what is the work done? In this case, work done by a constant force. What will be the work done by a constant force, student? What is the formula? Force into displacement. Force into displacement.
Yes,
Am I
sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
So Fs. This is the simplest case, student. Here we have shown you that the force is applied in the same direction as the force. But we have shown you earlier that if that force makes an angle of theta, if the force makes an angle theta with the displacement, then what is the work formula? F into S into cos theta, where theta is the angle which force makes with the displacement. What is theta? The angle force makes with the direction of the displacement. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When theta is 0, cos 0, when theta is 0, then what is the value of cos 0, student? We have shown you a table last time that was equal to 1. So W became equal to F into S. That is the formula which we are using here. Now, student, we also told you what do you mean by what are the SI units of work? SI units of work, student. What are the SI units of force? Newton. What is the SI unit of displacement? Meter. And that is what we call as a joule. All this we discussed with you last time. For example, there are few questions before we proceed further. Question number 1 is on the screen. What was discussed last time? If what he says, a force of 7 Newton acts on an object, the displacement is say 8 meter in the direction of the force. Force acts on the object through the displacement. What is the work done in this case, students? You have 1 to 2 minutes to answer the question. 1 to 2 minutes to answer the question, students. What is the value of the force? 7 newtons. What is the value of the displacement, students? 8 meter in the direction of the force. So here you have a force is being applied in the same direction as the displacement, student, of the object. What is this value? 8. So this value is 8, student. So what will be the work done, students?
56 joule.
Same direction, both force and displacement are in the same direction. So we will have 7 Newton into 8 meter. That will be 56 Newton meter. That will be equal to 56 joules. So the work done is 56 joules in this case. Very, very simple and easy question. The formula we already told you. In this case, W is equal to F into S. F is the force, and what you are using SI units. Units are important in different questions. The units, we will have to put the SI units so that you get the work also in SI units. And we also discussed with you some important points, students, last time. When both force and displacement are in the same direction, work, we have said work can be positive. We also told you, student, work can be negative and work can be zero. There are three possibilities. Work can be positive, work can be negative, and work can be zero. Work is positive when the work is positive, students. When will be the work positive? When is the work positive?
When force and displacement are in same
And
direction.
the force and displacement are in the same direction. And when it will be negative?
When force and displacement is in opposite direction.
When force and displacement are in the opposite direction. And when the work is zero, either F should be zero, S should be zero, or the force is perpendicular to the displacement, to the direction of the displacement. In such cases, no work is done, students. So we have already discussed the three important cases. Work can be positive, work can be negative, and work can be zero. All the three possibilities are there, which we discussed with examples. Another question is on the screen, students. You have 2 minutes to find the answer of this. A porter lifts a luggage of 15 kilogram from the ground and puts it on his head, 1.5 meter above, 1.5 meter above. Calculate the work done by him. Calculate the work done by him. There will be questions and a very, very easy question we are giving. Later on, some more multiple choice question, other type of questions will also come. The question practice is required, whatever we have learned, student. If you have to answer this question, student. Porter lifts a luggage of 15 kg. What is the mass of the luggage? 15 kg. And puts on his head. What is the height, student? 1.5 meter above the ground. This is my ground. So he is putting the luggage. Luggage is going to what height? 1.5 meters. Calculate the work done by him. What do you think? Work has been done?
Yes, sir.
The porter has not moved, but he has just lifted the weight. So what type of work is this? This is the work against the gravitational pull of the earth. Because the earth is pulling the luggage towards itself by acceleration due to gravity, which you already know. The value of G is known. So student, what will be the work done in this case? The type of work done is already known to you. What type of work is this? What is the force here? Force is, what do you define force, student? Here, M into A becomes M into G because this is the gravitational force. Gravitational force, student, which is acting downward. And the work is done when you are moving the luggage from ground to the height h 1.5 meters. If I take the value of G, student, approximately 10 meter per second square, to make the problem easy, it is 9.8. We can take 10 approximately. Okay. Then what is the displacement in this case? 1.5 meters. So what will be the force then? Force is 15 kg into 10 meter per second square. How much is that?
150
kilogram meter second inverse. That will become 150 newtons. So the force is 150 newtons, student. Then what is the work done? 150 Newton into 1.5 meter. What is the value coming?
225 joules.
15 by 10, 10, 10, 1550 the 225 joules. So work done is 225 joules in lifting the weight. If the weight is 15 kg. Sometimes you have seen the porters are carrying how much weight, you know? You have seen porter? 3,
Yes,
4 for luggages. So you can see how much work they have to do. When they are standing and then they will walk again, what will happen? So again, walking also, work is required. All right. Another top question is on the screen, students, on work. When do we say that work is done? In other words, what are the conditions, student? What are the conditions for work, student, to be done? How many conditions you can say would be there?
Sir, when a force acts on a body,
Force should be applied. Must be applied. If there is no force, there will be no work. Second,
sir, there should be displacement of the body.
displacement. If the body shows zero displacement, then the work will be zero. So force must be applied and displacement should take place. Otherwise, there will be no work. Has to be there. If either of the two is zero, there will be no work which will be done. Write an expression for the work done when a force is acting on an object in the direction of the displacement. What formula we give? F into S into cos theta. When theta is 0, cos 0 is 1. That means right and explanation force is acting in the direction of the displacement. So force is in the direction of displacement. Then what will be the mathematical formula? Force into displacement. Force into displacement. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See how to answer the question, students. We have to be very, very careful. Another question is coming on the screen, student. Define 1 joule of work. How will you define 1 joule of work, students?
Sir, 1 joule of work means the amount of work done on an object when a force of 1 Newton displaces it by 1 meter.
You are saying work is equal to force into displacement. When you apply 1 Newton force and displacement is 1 meter, that will equal to 1 Newton meter, which will be equal to 1 joule. So when a force of 1 Newton acts on object, displacement 1 meter, that will be equal to 1 joule of work. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Next question is coming on the screen, students. I always say that when questions are given, student, we have to think before we answer the question. It helps us, and then we understand everything. You have to read the question very carefully before you answer the question. okay, I will say, water heal me, I will sip a drop of water. Water is energy, water is life. Question is, look at the activities listed below, reason out whether or not work is done in the light of your understanding of the term work. What we're talking, work of physics, work of science, where we said force has to be applied, displacement has to be there. If either of the two is zero, there will be no work done. First part, he says, Suma is swimming in a pond. What do you think? Work has been done? In the
Yes,
A
sir.
case,
Work
what
is
do you
done.
think? Work has been done.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Because, sir, there is a displacement.
Work done. When you will see a force has to be applied, there both force and displacement are there. Therefore, work is done. Question number B is on the screen. A donkey is carrying a load on its back. Donkey is carrying a load on its back, student. What is happening? When the donkey is carrying a load, what it means?
Sir,
He is
work is
doing,
done.
work is done. Work is done. As he is carrying, the donkey is moving against the force of friction. What will happen? A windmill is lifting water from the well. Water is being lifted from the well. What is happening? Work is done or not?
Sir, work is not done.
Water lifting, work will not be done. Why? Windmill is lifting water from the well. If this is a bucket, student, you are lifting this from a ground, what will happen? If you are lifting to a height, there will be a work due to the gravity, against the force of gravity. What is happening here? It is doing work against the force of gravity. Work is done against force of
Gravity.
you are lifting something. If a bucket is there, if you lift the bucket, what do you think? You have not done any work. There is a displacement of the bucket. Okay. Next. Green plant is carrying photosynthesis. You are aware of what is photosynthesis, students?
Yes, sir.
What is photosynthesis?
So photosynthesis is the process by which plants makes their food in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll.
Okay. Any work is being done?
No, sir.
No work done. Why?
Because, sir, there is no force and no displacement.
So no work is being done in this case. Nothing is moving, that we know. Next. An engine is pulling a train.
Sir, work is done.
What? Why?
Because, sir, there is a force and displacement.
Engine will pull. Engine is applying a force and displacement takes place. Without displacement, there will be no work. But here displacement takes place. Food grains are getting dried. What is happening?
Sir, work is not done.
No work done. Why?
Because, sir, there is no displacement and force in this case.
So the sun energy, the water is getting evaporated. Nothing displacement. Next question. A sailboat is moving due to wind energy.
Sir, work is done.
Why?
Because, sir, there is a displacement.
It is moving. When something is moving, what is happening? Displacement will be there. So we have seen, students, in terms of the different examples which we experience in our everyday life, work is having two important conditions, that there should be force and displacement. But if the force and displacement are perpendicular to each other, then what do you find? No work is done, as in the case of circular motion also. When something is moving in a circular orbit, moon is moving in a circular orbit around the earth, what happens? Work is being done or no?
The work is not done.
So what is the reason? Because if centripetal force is acting toward the center, but it is moving and it will come back to the same point after motion at the same time. If you consider the center and the centripetal force, you will see the object, there is a tangent to which the direction of the force is tangential to that, makes an angle of 90 degree. Cos 90 will be 0. There will be no work done. All this we are aware. Another top question is on the screen, students. A pair of bullocks exert a force of 140 newtons on a plow. The field being plowed is 15 meters long. How much work is done in plowing the length of the field? What is the answer coming, students?
2100 joules.
What is the force here, students? 140 Newton. The field being plowed is how much long? Displacement is how much? 15 meter. Then what is the work, student? 140 newtons into 15 meter. What is the answer coming?
2100 joules.
2100 Newton meter. So we can say work is 2100 joules. So you can see now we have started working out question answer sessions. And once we understand, it is easy to answer the questions. If we don't understand, then it will not be possible to answer the question, students. Now we are coming to the second part of this, which is also important, energy. Students, you say, I say that you have energy. You are sitting on a chair and taking my lesson. Are you doing any work?
No,
Are
sir.
you doing any work?
No, sir.
But if I say you have energy,
Yes, sir.
you have energy stored in you. You have energy stored in it. If you get up from the chair and start moving, what will happen? I am doing work. How I will do work? If I don't have energy, can I do the work?
No, sir.
And how much work I can do? They say that you don't have energy to do that much work. A person should have more energy to do more work. In other words, the capacity of a body to do work is called the energy of the body. Everybody has got some energy, or you are eating food and all that, you are getting energy. Athletes need more energy because they have to do more work. When they are running, they will be doing work. So energy and work are like sister and brothers, sisters. They are related with each other. By applying without energy, I cannot do work. And if I do work, there will be change in energy. There will be change in energy if work will be done. So what we are saying, the capacity of a body to do the work is called the energy. You have more energy. You have the capacity to do the work, but it is not necessary that if you have energy, you are doing the work. If I am sitting here, I am not doing any work, but it doesn't mean I don't have energy. I have the capacity to do a work. I have the energy. I may use it. I may not use it. When I will use the energy, I will do work. If I have to push a box, students, I have to have energy to do the work. And what will happen? When work is done, there will be change in energy. There will be change in energy. So what we are saying, that energy is the capacity to do the work. If energy, student, is the capacity to do the work, if you have more energy, you have more capacity to do the work.
Yes, sir.
And you have energy stored in you. I'm saying stored. You may do work or may not do work. It depends. Without energy, I cannot do work. And when energy will be applied, work will be done, and there will be change in energy. And there will be energy will be lost, and that will be converted into work. Or work will be, if a work is done on a body, what will it do? It will change its energy. Body was at, supposing if a body is at rest, I move it. What happens? How will I move the body? I do work. What has happened? The kinetic energy of the body has changed. So there is a change in energy. So what will be the units of the work? I said energy and work are the best two friends or brother sisters, and they are nothing but the same things, and they will have the same units. So much so that they have the same units. So what are the units of the work? In SI unit of the work, what is the SI unit? Joule. And SI unit of energy is also the same. SI unit of energy is also the same, joule. You know, we say how much energy you have. So we're talking about how many joules. You have just seen, when I say 1 joule means 1 Newton into 1 meter. That comes equal to 1 joule. So students, joules, if joule is small, then many times we use kilojoules. What is kilojoule, student? 10 power 3 of joule. Kilojoules. You will see in science and in chemistry, they will use kilojoules per mole a lot in large number of the chemical calculations. Kilojoules per mole, kilojoules per mole. Joule is small, so kilo, 10 power 3. The various forms of energy. What are the various forms of energy, student? Can you name some of the different forms of energy you experience in your everyday life?
Electrical energy, hydro energy.
You are aware of potential energy? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
What is the potential energy? Tell me then. What is the source of potential energy? Where have you seen potential energy? If you are sitting on a ground, if you go to a higher height, what happens? What energy you acquire against the gravitational energy? What we call as potential energy or gravitational potential energy. Sometimes we call it gravitational potential energy. Right?
Yes, sir.
As you move from ground up to some higher height, students, then student, we are talking of kinetic energy. Can you tell me, student, where you have experienced kinetic energy?
So flying aircraft and flowing
When you are
water.
running, when you are moving, when you are bicycling, when you are driving car, what is all this? When any mass is in motion, what it is? Anything starts moving, what happens, students? So what is that? Kinetic means movement. When any mass will move, student, it will have energy. Then we are talking of heat energy, student. Where you have seen heat energy is also a form of energy. heat energy. When the temperature is more, when you're saying there is a heat energy. You are on a fire, you are making food, how that you are saying heat energy is there. What is chemical energy, student? Where you are using chemical energy? Are you aware of it?
Sir.
Where are you using chemical energy, student? These are some of the examples already related to your everyday life. Can you give me an example of that? You are not using cells, batteries. Are you using cells, batteries?
Yes, sir.
What are those? There are chemical reactions which are taking place. The chemical energy is converted into electrical and other type of energies. Next, we are saying, student, electrical energy. Are you aware of electrical energy?
Yes, sir.
Where is it?
Sir, in bulbs, tube
All
lights.
electrical appliances I am operating. My laptop is working. All this without electricity. Can I work, student? All your home appliances, how they are working? Electrical energy is so important, so important. Everything we are doing with that. And of course, light energy, students. You have the tubes, whatever tubes you have, the bulbs you have, all the light, they emit light. These are different forms of energy, students, which we are using. Interesting thing, something is very important. What is important? That energies cannot be created or destroyed, but we can convert one form of energy into another form of energy. You are already seeing that electrical energy is being converted into light energy, heat energy at your homes. All these we are familiar and doing it. So there are so many forms of energies. All these energies, what will be the SI unit of energy? Tell me, what is the SI unit of all these energies?
Joule.
Joule. Okay. That means all these energies have the capacity to do the work, or work will be done. There will be change in energy. So what we said, an object having a capability to do work is said to possess energy. I have energy. You have energy. You are sitting on a chair. You are not using it, but you can start walking, you can start running, you can get up. As soon as you get up, what you do? You are doing work and you are using your energy. The object which does work loses energy. So if you will do work, student, if you do work, can you do work without energy?
No, sir.
Energy will be required. Energy will be used to do the work. Then what will happen? You will lose energy.
Yes, sir.
You will lose energy. And the object on which work is done, will gain energy, right?
Yes, sir.
The total energy will be constant. Nothing will be created. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can be transformed, student. It is going from one place to another, or one form to another form. Nothing is appearing or disappearing. Transformations are taking place. So one object loses, other gains. And then object which will do work will lose energy. Object on which work is done will gain energy. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Important. How does an object with energy do work? An object that possesses energy can exert a force on another object. So how will you do work? No, you will apply a force on the other object. When this happens, energy is transformed from the object which applies force to the object on which force is applied. And when second object starts moving, then it possesses kinetic energy. Or you are lifting it, it becomes potential energy. So the second object can receive energy and therefore also do the work. When second object has gained energy, it can also do the work. Any type of work, whatever we will see later on. Thus, the first object had the capacity to do work. This implied that any object that possesses energy can do the work. What we are trying to say, any object that has energy can do the work. It may or may not be doing under this given period of time. But any moment we want, it can do the work because it has energy. So energy and work, now you see the relationship is
Yes.
very clear. The man who is honored, James Percival Joule, you see the Joule is the scientist, honored scientist. Even the unit of energy, we are honored in the name of the Joule. The unit of energy, SI unit of energy, has been given in the honor of the scientist James Prescott Joule. Usually they are denoted by capital letter. Capital letter. That always shows that it is an honor or name of a scientist. He is best known for his research in electricity and thermodynamics. Among other things, he formulated a law for the heating effect of electric current. Joule's law, you already know Joule's effect. He also verified experimentally the law of conservation of energy. Very important. Law of conservation of energy. We will study what is law of conservation of energy. Was verified by Joule and discovered the value of mechanical equivalent of heat. All this you will study in my next classes. Mechanical equivalent of heat. The unit of energy and work called Joule is named after him. Unit of energy and work. Work and energy both have the same units. Joule. Clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now we are coming, we have told you that energy is the capacity to do the work, student. Let us see what type of energies. I said kinetic energy. When an object is in motion, when object is moving, the mass is moving, then what we say kinetic energy is the energy of object because of the motion. Kinetic means motion. So energy of any object, having mass m, because of motion, due to motion, is called kinetic energy. If we want to accelerate an object, then we must apply a force. Applying a force requires us to do the work. After work has been done, energy has been transferred to the object and the object will be moving with a new constant speed. If this is a ball, student, you have to apply a force. So when you apply a force and when it moves, what happens? You have a displacement also, force also. Work has been done. Work has been done on this ball, student, and energy has been transferred. So the object is start moving. Therefore, it has acquired a kinetic energy. Energy has been transferred when you apply the force. When you apply the force, the object which applies the force gives the energy, and this object gains the energy. Therefore, it will start moving with a different speed. So kinetic energy is that energy object possesses due to its motion. It is basically the energy of mass in motion. It can never be negative and it is a scalar quantity. Important. Kinetic energy cannot be negative. It can never be negative. Because the objects start moving. How does it matter? It moves any direction. It is moving. It can never be negative. And it's a scalar quantity. What it means, student? What do you mean by scalar quantity in physics?
Sir, it has only magnitude but no direction.
Only magnitude. It does not depend on the direction. Scalar. And kinetic energy cannot be negative. Work can be negative, you have seen. Yes?
Yes, sir.
But kinetic energy cannot be negative. Okay. And a formula has been given. Kinetic energy is directly proportional to mass of the object and to the square of its velocity. And the formula has been derived half mv square. So what will be the unit, student? Mass, as what are the units of mass? Kilogram.
kg.
And what is the unit of velocity? So what it will come? And that is what we call, what will be the units, SI unit of kinetic energy?
kg meter per second square.
What is that equal to? What will
Newton.
be the units?
Oh.
SI unit. There is same thing as a joule. I said energy has a joule, unit of joule, whether it is kinetic or any other energy. What units will be there? Joule. There are 5 main types of kinetic energy: radiant, thermal, sound, electrical, and we can even sound. When I am speaking, you are able to listen to me. What is happening, students? What is sound? There are disturbance, there are vibrations, students, which are moving. Your devices are emitting vibrations. So vibrations that reach your drum of the ear. So some particles are moving, student. Particles are moving. These are all examples. What are these examples of the kinetic energy? So in general, we say there are 2 types of energies, kinetic and potential. And we can generalize all the energies in this form. So radiant energy concerns ultraviolet gamma rays that are moving in the universe. Sound energy is the kinetic in the form of vibrations, noise, banging on your drums inside the ears. Some of the examples of the kinetic energy, we say give examples of the kinetic energy, student. Examples of kinetic energy, students. Moving car that possesses bullet from a gun. What happens? Gun. Bullet is moving, it has a mass, it has a velocity, can easily penetrate. Flying an aeroplane. Aeroplane is flying, student. You are walking and running. You are cycling. Roller coasters you have seen in the different type of roller coasters. वो झूले से जो चलते हैं बहुत.
Yes.
These are some of the examples. You will see so many examples are there. Just give me a few of them to understand the meaning of kinetic energy. Everything is related to our everyday life, student. Now, supposing, student, we want to derive the formula for kinetic energy, student. Work has to be done, you were saying. Then energy transfer will take place. Energy is the capacity of doing the work. So, supposing I have an object, student, the mass of the object, is m, students. M is the mass of the object. And it is moving with some initial velocity. Initial velocity, usually in physics we are using u. And the acceleration of the object. When object is moving, it will have an acceleration, student. We are saying A. And when you apply a force, what will happen? You apply a force, student. F, if a force F is applied, student, force we defined as M into A. What will happen? The velocity of the object will change. Final velocity, students, V. So when we apply a force initial to final velocity, and let us say the object undergoes a displacement, student. Object goes a displacement. The force F is applied. What will happen? It was moving with a velocity u, and direction is this, and it moves how much? S. Okay? The displacement is S. I'm saying displacement is S. The final velocity is V. It changes from U to V. You are aware of the equations of motion?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How many equations of motions we studied, student?
3.
3. We are aware of the 3 equations of motion in the chapter of the motion. There can be no motion without a force. So we studied V square is equal to U square plus 2AS, student, where this is the displacement, this is the final velocity, this is the initial velocity. Or in other words, student, V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. Or in other words, I can say V square minus U square by 2A is equal to the displacement. Okay?
Yes.
So if I have to find the work, student, work you are saying is force into the displacement S. What is my force, student? M into A into V square minus U square by 2A. What will happen? You will get 1 by 2 M V square minus U square. Now, one thing is very important and interesting here, student. Very important. What I'm changing the color for this reason. Okay. What we are saying, student, we are getting into a formula. Work done is equal to, what is half mv square, student? Minus half mu square. This is called the kinetic energy. Final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. Final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. That is also equal to change in kinetic energy. So the work done on the ball is nothing but equal to change in kinetic energy. Because work was done, the kinetic energy changed. If no work is done, there will be no change in kinetic energy. Right? Is it?
Yes, sir.
And if I say, student, object was initially at rest. If object was at rest, student, what will be U? 0. Okay? If
Yes,
U
sir.
is 0, then what will be the value of this? What will the work done equal to? If U is 0, the work done will be equal to half
mv square.
And that is what we call as a kinetic energy. This is the formula of the kinetic energy, student. So the formula of the kinetic energy is nothing but if U is 0, if at rest U will become equal to 0, student, then the E kinetic energy or the work will become half mv square. So in other words, this is a very, very important conclusion, student. It's a very important thing. And important that what we are saying, that the work done is equal to change in kinetic energy, students. Work done is equal to change in kinetic energy. If object was at rest, you apply a force. When you apply a force, displacement, object is moving, the kinetic energy of the object will change. How much it will change? It will be equal to the work done. Will be equal to the work done. So work has transferred energy to the object. And now the object has got energy, which we are saying kinetic energy. Therefore, it can do work also. It can do work also. So you got the relationship and the formula of the kinetic energy, and also how work and energy are related with each other. So kinetic energy and work, they are related with each other, students. Another top question is coming, students. An object as mass 15 kg is moving with a uniform velocity of 4 meters per second. What is the kinetic energy possessed by the object? You have 2 minutes to answer the question, students.
Sir, 120 joules.
What is the mass of the object, student? (15 kg). What is the velocity of the object? 4 meters per second. Are the units SI? What is the formula of the kinetic energy, students? How much?
Half mv square.
Half into 15 kg. What is velocity? So what is the answer coming?
120 joules.
So the kinetic energy of a mass of 15 kg moving with a velocity of 4 meters per second is 120 joules. Therefore, this body has got energy. And when a body has energy, it can do work. A work is done on a body, what will happen? There will be change in kinetic energy. Therefore, now you see the relationship between work and energy. As I said, they are the best friends and they have the same units. And both the things we can use, as will be used in large number of questions, which will be discussed in the next lectures. Okay, I thank you very much. You understood the meaning of energy and work, how they are interrelated, and we'll continue to do more about it, and more questions will be solved in the next. As we say that our videos are uploaded, you try to give a comment on that. You have not given any comments. So
Sir,
try
actually,
to
I don't have a Google account, so I can't give the comment.
YouTube lectures when you watch. Okay, try to write and give comments. Okay, then we will meet you in the next class. Thank you very much and bye-bye.